Hello everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, I do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Hop Butcher for the World. Jeremiah sent me this. This is their Alsace, and it is an elixir and mistral hopped French style Pilsner. So we got us a French style beer here today. So not a big beer at all. This is a 5%er, and it was put in the can on 3/30 of 21. So very nice big 16-ounce can. I brought out the Pilsner glass, so no IBUs are given from Hop Butcher, and I just was notified by a couple of my subscribers that that Hop Butcher has purchased one of Half Acre's breweries, and they're going to be brewing their own stuff. So I didn't know that they wasn't brewing their own stuff and didn't have their own brewery. So maybe the distribution will increase and we'll get beer sent out further than where they've been coming. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me. These guys are doing some really tasty stuff. So hopefully that will let them increase their distribution. We can only hope. A lot of people are clamoring for their beers, and I knew that was going to be a full glass, so I poured it fairly easy. About a half finger of head on it. Looks like a typical Pilsner. Nice golden color. Good looking beer. To the nose we go. Typical Pilsner / lager smell, a little grassy, a little grainy, maybe a little hay in there. Got a nice sweet malt to it. I don't buy a lot of Pilsners or lagers anymore, guys. They don't have enough taste for this guy, but if you wanted to session something, these guys at Hop Butcher make all styles. So and the quality ingredients, no adjuncts or fillers or any of that crap in there. So smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers. Cheers, Jeremiah, and everybody at Hop Butcher. Good luck with your new adventure. Very light, very crisp, very smooth, very easy drinking, very sessionable. A tasty Pilsner, guys, no doubt about it. There are a lot of craft beer guys that don't drink a lot of lagers anymore just because there's not enough hoppiness or taste for those guys anymore. And I'll be in that crowd. I don't drink any lagers unless I'm somewhere out and I decide to have something and they don't have any kind of craft, or maybe this is the only craft or something similar to this that they would have. Maybe something like a Sam Adams lager, Boston lager or something. So, I'm a hophead. I like hoppy beers, unless I'm drinking something dark. Tasty beer, guys, no doubt about it. A nice lawnmower beer is what I call these 5%ers or less. Especially when you get into the lagers and the Pilsners. Something you could have and go back to doing what you're doing, not be too inebriated. So a lot of cats still like to have these lower ABVs beers so they can have more of them before they're too drunk. Me, I'm only allowed 2 beers a day basically, and I like something with a little more taste and a little more alcohol. So that's just me though. That's just me. Me. So to each their own, and where your palate is and what you like to drink. So let's let this warm up just a little bit, not too long. I like my lagers and Pilsners cold. I don't think anything is going to benefit by letting it come up to room temperature, but again, to each their own. So let's go sip on it, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it a while now. A decent, well-made Pilsner, guys. I mean, can't take anything away from it. If you're into the Pilsners, lagers, this would be an excellent one to pick up. Pretty typical of what you're going to expect. A little grassy, a little grainy, a little bit of hay in there. That's just the characteristic taste that most lager Pilsners have. Nothing blowing my hair back and my socks off. I didn't expect it to, but a well-made Pilsner. And they've used some unusual hops with the elixir and the Mistral hops, and they're calling it a French style. So very tasty. I mean, not my cup of tea, but very enjoyable. Excellent lawnmower beer. And when I say lawnmower, that's not derogatory. It's a low ABV sessionable beer. Something you could have and go back to what you were doing and not be too inebriated. That's basically what a lawnmower beer is to me. That's why I call a lot of these low ABV beers lawnmower beers. So if you want to have something like this, it's a 16 ouncer though and not a 12 ouncer, so you're going to get a little bit more bang for your buck as far as quantity. So very enjoyable. So Jeremiah, thanks again for sending it to me. Let me try it. I would definitely recommend it for the Pilsner lager guys. Final chug. And like I said earlier, with them buying one of the half-acre breweries up there where they're at, I'm looking for more good things to come from those guys, and I wish them much continued success. And I'm hoping their distribution is going to increase once they get in there and start producing. So looking forward to that. If you've had Alsace from Hop Butcher for the World, let me know what you think. It is a tasty beer, guys. I'm going to give it a 90. Dates on the bottom of the can, ABVs on the front with the hops they've used on it. Very well done. So, I think this is probably a new release. Beer Advocate doesn't have any grades on it yet. Not enough people have commented on it. And Untapped has it at 3.78, which is in their B+ range. I think it's a little better than that. But, like I said earlier, the guys that post comments on a lot of these sites are seasoned craft beer drinkers. They're looking for something with probably a little more hoppiness to it. And I've brewed some lagers before and hopped the hell out of them, and they're pretty tasty. I like a hoppy lager. And there are some breweries that make hoppy lagers. So, I mean, it all depends on what you want to drink, guys, where your palate is and what you like. This would be comparable to a macro lager, but with a lot more quality ingredients in it, guys. So, very tasty to me. So I'm going to stick with my 90. And like I said, Untapped has a 3.78. So if you've had it, let me know what you think. And once again, Jeremiah, thanks. I do appreciate it, sir. And much continued success to you guys up there at Hop Butcher. And until we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.